Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Titans issue number 34. Oh, you know I went with this variant cover. I got the Kyle Rayner looking like a wet in the rain hipster, like, post goth character, and I love it. I love it. Like, seriously, this is a beautiful cover. Boom. Just ignore the hipster comment because I'm just being silly. Let's talk about the comic book, all right? So we got Into the Bleed, Part 2. Dan Abnett is the writer. Bruno Redondo is the artist. Marcelo Maiolo is on colors. Dave Sharp is on letters. The cover is by Miko Suayan and Blonde. And, oh, geez, what the frick? Okay, and here we go. This cover that I love so much, Tyler Kirkham and Arif Prianto. And bang. Okay, so Kyle Rayner, not quite looking like a hipster in the comic book, and Steel. they're trapped in the bleed. They're supposed to open up a conduit, and this conduit is supposed to allow Mother Blood to take her and her arteries, veins, like she's got like capillaries. She got all these different areas, all these different parts of the circulatory system, trying to enter into different worlds to take them over. Now I'm telling you, man, this is about. I don't remember Brother Blood being quite so ambitious before. So seeing Mother Blood with this straight up gangster level plan is sick. This is awesome. What's his face? Ernest Hinton Hemingway. He's I guess like S.E. Hinton and Ernest Hemingway, Hemingway just combined. Hemingway, combined into one character, which I'm totally cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So the outsiders in the sea. What have you? These guys are the Mother Blood and her people. They're trying to get into different worlds, take over, start the cults over there, and gain influence in other worlds. They're trying to really take advantage of what's happening with the totality. I'm telling you, man. Like, although I didn't like Dark Knight's Metal that much, they really weren't joking. Scott Snyder was not joking when he said that is going to have everlasting effects on the rest of the DC universe. All these comic books that, like, their sole focus is about what, the devastation that was caused with the Dark Knight's Metal thing. I'm sorry, can I move again to have Batman arrested? I'm not saying any jail can hold him, but the idea of making him a convict in his own city, I'm sorry, am I wrong that this is a story waiting to happen? Anyway, he just, like, what did you do, Batman? What did you do? So over here we got, it looks like 3 different forms of Raven all separated, and they can't handle the idea. They're seeing a third part of her, this general, working for Mother Blood at this point. This is crazy seeing everybody trying to work. And the rest of the Titans, they're just backdrop at this point. They're just people who are fighting and whatnot, at least until the end of the issue, when you all of a sudden see that it's gotten a lot worse than we imagined it could get worse. I guess that if we go back a couple issues, we could see that this is a possibility, but man, it is not looking good for our heroes right now. Seriously, like, go ahead. How are they going to get out of this? I'm taking bets right now. Just when Rayner and Steele think that they got a chance to get out of this, Hinton winds up being assassinated. Now you get to see a certain level of power that he exerts, which is like, oh, awesome. The problem is, and here's the thing: the only thing that really bothers me about this comic book, he generally dies in probably the dumbest way imaginable. It's like, dude, you actually turned your back on a snake. There's an old story that I remember when I was a kid. I think I learned this in the 5th grade. There's a hunter who goes out in the snow, and he's in his log cabin and whatnot, lives alone. And he goes out to search for firewood. He's got to do a little woodcraft, He's got to stay warm. And while he's out there, he finds a snake frozen, just by a tree. He picks it up along with some firewood. He brings it in and places it next to the hearth so that it could thaw out. It does, and he goes up to check on the snake. The snake bites him. Poisonous snake, and he's dying. This dude, he's dying now from the venom. What's he going to do? And he says to the snake, I saved you. I saved your life. Why would you bite me? He says, "You knew what I was when you saved me, right? You knew what I was when you picked me up." And this is one of those situations where it's like, I know that story, so Hinton's death in this just makes him look like an absolute idiot. When he dies, he's just like this fragile, old, practically senile man who just, like imagine if God was an idiot. You know what I'm saying? So I was really disappointed the way he died. I got to put that out there. If he winds up coming back, he can maybe save all of this, but right now the heroes are not in a good situation. They're not in a good predicament. But I think that Kyle's got a plan. On top of that, with the knowledge that Steel already had, they have now got an equation that should be able to help the Justice League out. Oh, here's one other small part that I didn't like too much. Yes, I know the Justice League, they're the big deal in the DC universe, but wouldn't it make more sense for Kyle Rayner, of all people, to say this can help out the Green Lantern Corps to seal up the totality? Why exactly is it on the Justice League to do this, as opposed to the fully cosmic powered Guardians of the Universe Green Lantern Corps? And that's just a weird thing to say. Aside from that, seriously, no problems whatsoever with this comic book. The art, first class. The shadowing on this, man, is like really good moments in here. Like this part over here. Like that is grand. The colors in the background really look like, just the way that light is reflected just in this panel alone, but in a whole bunch of things. The way that the bleed looks. This is a gorgeous comic book. One of the biggest problems I have right now is that it's confirmed issue number 36 is going to be the final issue. So we got 2 more issues of this. And after this, obviously, all of this is going to... So next issue is probably going to be a devastating issue. I'm predicting we might actually lose a member of the Titans. I don't know how it is that... a lot of people always, refer back to sales. Oh, the sales of the book is bad. I don't know the sales figures for this book. I don't care. I know that this is an amazing book, and I am so disappointed to see this book go. I mean, dude, how do you have this amazing storyline? It might just be Dan Abnett. Dan Abnett is one of those guys who likes endings, it seems, which is a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I am going to be really sad to see this book go. What I am also speculating, I'm imagining a bit, that this is also going to turn into something else. That these characters aren't, obviously these characters aren't going anywhere, so to speak, but I have a feeling that some of these characters, or all of them, if one of the characters dies in the next issue, and then they, of course, solve everything in the final issue, issue 36, I'm imagining that the remaining characters will go on to form a new team, which means that we can get a new book entirely. Maybe it'll even be called, Titans something else or something along those lines. Don't really care what the title's called. But I'm looking forward to see where all of these characters go now, because, if they lose Donna Troy, that's one thing. That could be something that's going to be really hard to recover from. But if Donna Troy lives through this, man, dude, this could... I would love to see her lead a team. I really want to see her leading a team that's just going to... Wow. Because she's really showing herself to be a leader. And even though she's realistically not even hardly in this comic book at all. Just a couple pages in, there's a quick scene where she gets thrown, she gets tossed. Actually, I think it's towards the end of the book. Anyway, nope, beginning. I'm looking forward to where this goes. Actually, I'm wondering if Raven might not be the one who winds up dying. That would be messed up. That would be messed up. But then again, Beast, I don't know, any of the characters. I'm speculating on something that may or may not even happen. All right? I'm just saying there's got to be some huge payoff for this title to end. There has to be. If not, I just feel like it's a waste, because this is a great story and just really amazing people working on it. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.